Great, set.
The drive will start with an option going left. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
73.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
63. Crowd left Yeti.
Once again, it's Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Miami.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you know, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Go Silver, ready? 63, 63, 63. Crowd left, Yeti. Crowd left.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Swift again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Cup 19. Check smash. Check smash. Warrior 70. Ready.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, smash. Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Get up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. The race is on. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell, 98 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Purdy.
Looking deep for Jennings.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he'll get it inside the 35. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Hurts to throw.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, let's go.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown, Eagles!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Okay,
The
ready?
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
70 Ranger. Street. Ready?
Now Purdy.
We gonna shut you down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Check go.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
We gonna shut you down.
His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10.
Hustle.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
18, Pioneer. Panther 11. Set, go.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
54 yards.
And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
And some room to maneuver.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Ready? Cut 19! Cut 19! Check! Warrior 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 60. Go street.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready? Go!
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lion. Trap 60. Hey, 60 Bobcat. Let go.
Purdy looking to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Boston Scott on the return to his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Great. Set.
They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out deep for Smith. The guy's man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
Fighting through, he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 1.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
McCaffrey running up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Check smash, check smash. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, smash.
Purdy now to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Street, street. Go.
Throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Now Moody for the PAT.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. This one out quickly to Watkins. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Good.
40-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, 73.
Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Purdy off the play fake. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Check. 70 range. Check go.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That is caught.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Stiff-armed him. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They're going to hurry back to the line now. This is McCaffrey on the give. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 2nd down and 4. You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
Cowboy 80. Go street.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On the set.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play action. Now Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Let's go.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Hey, 19 Lions. Check go.
Purdy from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already.
Ready? 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Purdy.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
19, Tiger. Hurt. Riggs.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Here it is. 4th and inches.
Let's go, fellas.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time, being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Rig alert. Hot go.
again. They won't get this off in time.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey. Oh, but he's going to be met behind the line and taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Ready?
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Ready?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And some room to work. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here we go.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Let's go.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
On the ready.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Chap. Chap 60. Chap 60. Let's go.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete.